Hello guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Today we're gonna be doing, as you can read by the title, makeup for brown eyes. I also think this is like that typical Italian makeup that everybody loves. Makeup like Monica Bellucci's, like that femme fatale type of makeup. Those styles really suit our eyes. So I'm gonna recreate one for you that you can recreate. And if you have like light eyes, please don't feel excluded. Stay with us. Curiosity always is a good trait, so it's always good to learn new stuff, right? You can let me know. Maybe you can try, I think you could try this makeup on light eyes and it will still look amazing. I just think that this makeup is like it's perfect for us. It's something that I always go back to, even if it's not that difficult, it's not that articulate, but it's always so quintessentially ours. I don't know. I hope it makes sense, but let's get right into it. I already have foundation and powder on because my skin, I think you can see that. Like, can you see how crazy the situation is? I'm just letting it do its thing and hopefully it will calm down soon because I'm already tired of it. Anyways, I prepped my base, did my foundation. I want to jump straight into the eyes. Today I'm gonna be using this Charlotte Tilbury, the Super Nudes Easy Eye Palette. I think this is one of the best things in the Charlotte Tilbury makeup line because the formula of these powders, it's super creamy. I feel like these almost are like cream to powder, and you can see how much I've used this. They are very nice. They are always so satisfying to use. I'm gonna start with the first shade here, which is, this palette basically has like warmer tones and more neutral tones. I'm gonna go for the warmer tones today. Even though I have a cool undertone, wearing warm tones is still fine. Like, nobody tells you what to do. You decide. I'm gonna lay this down in my crease. And you can see how pigmented these powders are. I think that if I had to repurchase my makeup collection, this would be a good staple that I would definitely go for. It has everything. Another good one would be the Makeup by Mario Super Neutrals. The good thing about this look is that you can be kind of messy with it. It's basically a brown smoky eye. So yeah, messy is good. I'm also gonna apply the same eyeshadow on my lower lash line because I like having that balance. I feel empty, I feel void without my under eye makeup. So as you can see, this is a very warm shade on me. It's fine. The whole makeup look is gonna be warm. It's fine. And I'm then gonna switch to that other brown shade. So always in the crease. This time, I'm not gonna bring it too high. I'm always gonna stay like in the crease and closer to the lid. I'm actually gonna use this on the lid. I feel like I don't want the lid to be too deep. So I'm also swiping it here. I love this shade. It reminds me of that, I don't know if you know that one. It's the Shade and Light Kat Von D contour eye palette or something like that. It has this tawny fawn brown. I loved that one. It had like a reddish undertone. It's super nice. I think this is the closest shade I have in my current collection. I'm always really impressed by those type of shades, even though I don't normally use warm tones, but I don't know, they just captivate me. It's so hot today. I feel like, how many degrees is it? Because my AC is set to 25. It's 36. So yeah, I don't know. It is the lights, definitely. But I normally don't have the AC on so high. I usually have it like on 28, and still I feel the heat. Oh my god, I love this shade. Like, don't I look like a fawn? I don't know why, it gives me like Bambi vibes. I'm gonna use the same shade on my lower lash line. And of course, you don't have to have the same palette. You can just use whatever palette has similar tones. You could go for a cool tone version of this. I just think that brown eyes wear brown eyeshadow so well. And then I'm gonna go with the deepest dark brown here in the other corner, just to create some depth. This is so pigmented. I did not remember this being so pigmented. Then this shade is giving me a bit of fallout. I'm just gonna leave it like this for the depth, and I'm doing the same thing here. I'm trying to keep the camera a bit further away. I feel like my videos are just too close. Like, I don't know if people want to be that close and personal with my face, of my huge face on their screen. So let's try it like this, and you let me know if it's doable. And then same shade, lower lash line. I mean, this is such a simple look. I think this is what people think when they think of Italian makeup. The funny thing is, I don't feel like Italians wear this. I mean, I'm Italian. I would tell you that like 80% of Italians don't wear makeup. And if they do wear makeup, it's not this elaborate. It's always like mascara, maybe some blush, a lip gloss, and that's the Italian makeup. But I think people just attribute to us this romantic vibes. I'm gonna use a Kiko Milano palette, of course. I think it fits. I'm using, this is a limited edition like Holiday Wonderlights palette in the shade 01. It's like these like brownie shimmer shades. Again, it's not something that you absolutely need. You don't need this one. I'm gonna pick up this like bronzy shade, and I'm just gonna give a touch of, yeah, like here in the middle, some shine. I'll just keep it like that. I don't wanna overdo the shine. I also really like this as a matte look. I'm gonna use a black liner. This is from Makeup Forever, the Whatever Black. I love their names. They're like so casual, like whatever black, wherever walnut, anywhere caffeine. So casual. And I'm gonna do like a tiny line here. I'm just gonna deposit my pigment, and then I'm picking up an angle brush and I'm extending that. This allows me to have like a soft wing. And I could also blend the eyeliner so that it blends into my lashes to give that full lash illusion. And if you're not satisfied with how deep that liner is, you can just do another swipe and blend again. You could also do like a liquid eyeliner moment. I just like wearing my eyeliner like this lately. And I'm swiping a tiny bit on the lower lash line. I don't go the full way, just midway. My shirt is slowly moving downwards. Alright. I think that when people picture Italian makeup, they somehow always picture that deep black smoky eyeliner. So I'm making it a thing here as well. I had to do the makeup on my aunt for like, I think it was her 50s and her party, and she asked for a smoky eye. I don't really love going for a traditional like black or gray smoky eyes, especially the more mature you get. I feel like those tones I think they're just too serious. They just make your face look heavier. So I told her I would have actually suggested a brown smoky eyes if she wanted to try. She gave me the okay, and I did something similar. I think a bit lighter though, because she's one of those Italian women that don't really do makeup, and so when you do makeup on them, they feel weird because they never see themselves with makeup on. So the less is more in those cases. I went for a more like lighter approach, and she loved it. I'm using also the eyeliner in my waterline. I hate this part. Okay, and then we can go for the mascara. The difficult part, I mean, is over. I think the eye is the more elaborate part, and even then, it's just shades of brown. So what this light shimmer on the lid is gonna do is give that warmth, that goldeny warmth, if you have brown eyes, you probably have some gold in there, like I do, and it's gonna pick that up and make them look more golden. So if you write makeup for brown eyes on Google or Pinterest or whatever, you're gonna find two finds. Basically, you're gonna have a look like this, or you're gonna have a look that is heavy on the blue shades. Blue shades are great for brown eyes, but it's not every day that you wanna wear blue. So I think this is like the best option if you wanna go for something that highlights your eyes. Let me know what you think about the look. I think it's super simple, but it's always striking. I'm gonna do my brows really fast. I'm gonna use the Refi Clear Brow Sculpt. I really like this. I have it as a sample with purchase from Sephora. And after I got this, I don't even fill my brows in anymore. I'm super lazy when it comes to my brows, and I feel like this product sculpts them enough so that I can cover any like scars spots with my own hair, so that I don't have to draw anything. It also helps me like get rid of any foundation that got here that makes them usually lighter. So that's it, just very like quick one product thing. Let's go to the base. I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty liquid contour in the shade Gentle, because I feel like having that bronziness makes sense with this look. I don't normally use bronzer, but I like this one. It's like transparent enough. I'm also gonna use it a bit here under my jaw to sculpt, even though this is kind of a warmer contour. It's also not as pigmented as you would expect from Rare Beauty. I think this was a great decision on their hand, because if it was as pigmented as the blushes, you would stay all day trying to blend this. You can add more bronzer if you want. I'm not particularly a fan. I think it looks weird on me because I'm too pale, so it looks unnatural. But like a tiny bit like this, it's okay, just sculpts a bit. And to blend everything even better, I'm just picking up my sponge with my foundation, any remaining foundation, and just make sure it's blended in. Now, I'm probably sure you're thinking, did you even apply anything? I did. I did. You saw that. You saw that. For blush, I'm gonna use two blushes. I'm gonna start with, these are both from Rode. I'm gonna start with Freckle. This is like a peachy shade. It's very pigmented, so I don't need a lot. So I'm starting with this one because it's the lightest shade between the two, so it's gonna work as a base for the other one. It's gonna help it blend into my skin tone. So that's Freckle, beautiful shade. Did you see that Rode is coming out with two new blushes for summer? I don't particularly love the shades. They're too warm. I think I have enough warm like blushes, even though I don't normally use them, so I'm gonna skip them. But let me know in the comments if you like them. So the second shade I'm gonna use is Toasted Teddy, and this is the deepest, like that reddish brown sun-kissed shade. I'm just gonna use it. Oh, that's a lot in the middle, and pray it blends. Okay, because this blush I cut into it to make my own like tiny, truly pocket blush, so that's why it deposited a bit more pigment than it should have, because it was cut like at a weird angle. See how truly like sun-kissed this looks? If it looks patchy here, I'm aware it's my skin. Yeah, it's just not, it's in the healing process, but it's giving me a headache. I'm trying my best. I got so many closed comedones. I did have them already. They got worse after my trip to Italy because I had to stop wearing the active I was using, which was the Cosrx blackhead serum or something like that. And now my skin's angry. If you have any tips for closed comedones, please let me know in the comments. I feel like I just cannot. I just cannot. That's the blush. Lovely. And now we're gonna go for a lip combo. I am undecided between Wherever Walnut and Anywhere Caffeine, so I'm gonna swatch them on my hand just to remember the difference. Okay, so one is more rosy and one is more yellowy. Can you see them? I think I'm gonna go for the rosiest one, which is Anywhere Caffeine. Yeah, that's the right choice. That's such a nice shade. And for lipstick, I'm actually gonna use a blush. This is the Huda Beauty blush filter in the shade Watermelon something? Watermelon Pop. Very often use these Huda Beauty blushes as lipsticks because they feel so good and the shades are very nice. So this is also gonna match with the blush. Yeah, that's perfect. Oh, that's so pretty. It's the first time I use this as a lipstick. Oh, that's a nice combo. Ooh, that's so pretty. Okay. I'm having the giggles. I really like it. I'm having the shakies, you know, the makeup shakies. Should I go even deeper with the liner or would that ruin it? I'm just gonna go with a bit deeper. Let's see how it works. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in the shade Pillow Talk Deep. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, like that. And here on the Cupid's bow and in the inner corners. Yeah, just like that. That's just a tiny bit. You won't even notice I did anything. This is the look. I'm just gonna use some powder because these blushes from Rhode do look like wet on me. So I'm using the Givenchy powder. Yeah, that's more like it. So this is the finished makeup look for brown eyes. Let me know in the comments what you think. I especially love the lips this time. I really, I don't know, I'm surprised by this combo. I did not try this look before doing the video. This is all impromptu. I had a vision, I just didn't know it would execute so well, especially in the lips department. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about the look, and hopefully you will subscribe because that helps a lot. It really is a lot of support. But yeah, let me know in the comments what's your go-to makeup look if you have brown eyes, but also let me know what you do if you have other colors of eyes. I'm super curious because I won't be able to create any other look apart from the brown eyes one, so I'm super curious to know what you do with your eyes and to enhance them. And hopefully I will see you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye!